We've got BIHI versus pkLeech, folks, for SPL Week 1. And let's get right into it. These are both star players. I'm excited to see this one. We've got a Zapdos lead mirror. And pkLeech looks like he's using a more defensive-oriented Zapdos set, judging by the toxic choice. We're going back to our own Zapdos in BIHI's shoes. Bit of a back and forth. Celebi can now safely Leech Seed, I assume. Calm Mind up, actually. Will we see something like a Roar? pkLeech is playing it passively, just clicking a move to skip a turn. And there is a Roar, indeed. BIHI looks like they're in shambles a little bit against this Rest Zap. Hard to find an entry point, it seems like. Hard to apply pressure to this. It's kind of just toxicing stuff and making things happen. Celebi can Calm Mind in its face, but then what? Just going to throw out an HP Fire, get roared. Maybe BIHI's hoping for like a Roar into a Tyranitar or Aerodactyl for a safe entry. Switching straight in would be rough. Probably wishing you had a Leech Seed right now, huh? This is an annoying sequence here. It's not often you're in shambles against a Rest Zap turn 1, but looks like that's the case. I do hope that the outcome BIHI is looking for emerges eventually. A Roar into an Aerodactyl, perhaps. A Gengar comes in. This can at least Will-O-Wisp or something. Are we going to see an Ice Punch? Yes, doing only 30. I mean, jeez. This is one of the worst Bulky Zap matchups I've ever seen. Bulky Zap just revealed the entire team. It's taking less than peanuts. BIHI evidently has no Tar. Could be Tar Lost, I suppose. Probably a Rock Resist, though. So, Rest Zap is going to leftovers chip for a million years. In comes Claydol, stomaching a Will-O-Wisp. Okay. That seems positive. It looks like special offense from BIHI also, with Gengar, rather than a more spikes-oriented build. Oh. Almost thought you might catch an explosion there, not quite, but you're chipping this down with some burn damage. You do take the sub. You preserve the sub. That's good. Can you claw back? You can get through Claydol at the very least. Very interesting stuff, folks. pkLeech seems far ahead here, but I think it's possible for BIHI. As long as some explosive threat is in the back. A Suicune can also make things happen if it gets chipped down. That's probably what BIHI's aiming for. Suicune win condition. Bringing the Rest Zap as low as possible. pkLeech identifying the value of Rest Zap, preserving it, not sacking it. Getting Metagross in. I'm assuming this is not a Psychic mixed Metagross. That would be a little unorthodox. It is just a mash that ends up missing. That is a breath of fresh air for BIHI. That is what you need to claw back into the game, and all of a sudden it's looking good. For the... what is that team called? The Wolfie Fellows? The Wi-Fi Wolves. The Classy Gentlemen. A Calm Mind Blissey is rough here. This is a nightmare for special offense a little bit. You got a Rest Zap and a Blissey to contend with, and it's very difficult to actually get that Dug Trap going. There is a spike up, by the way. Forgive me, there was a visual glitch not displaying the spike. There is a spike on the field. Only a single layer, though, at the moment. Skarmory is at 38%. Probably not going to get any more layers safely. Will we see a Surf to basically bring Skarm into the great beyond? Skarm has fallen. And the Nightmare Zapdos coming back in, and all of a sudden we're in shambles all over again. Blissey entering. pkLeech didn't want to risk losing Zapdos there at all. And are we going to play for this? The 1v1 situation. Go Gengar with the Calm Mind up. Okay. You could explode on this for certain. pkLeech plays around it though. Falsely, because BIHI just with a straightforward Thunderbolt, eliminating that rest Zapdos that was so problematic for so long, and now Suicune might have a hope and a prayer to bring this back. I think that BIHI's playing this quite well. Forcing that 50-50 there made pkLeech want to play around Explosion, and will... Oh, okay, you engineered Dug in. I wonder if it's bulky enough to live after a spike. Many teams do that. Not this one. Not enough bulk to live that Ice Beam, but you did get a crucial hit on Blissey. You're bluffing Explosion yet again. Will you pull the trigger? You didn't. And that is such a good bluff. That is such a great bluff. Because now Metagross is going to fall. Okay, pkLeech has one more chance to guess right. This is crazy. Well, you blew up at the perfect moment. BIHI with the beautiful mind games here. Beautiful mind games. And if this has Ice Beam, it's over. You should live a hit. Ice Beam this, surf the Metagross. You live that handily. You do indeed. That's a beautifully played game by BIHI right here. That was wonderfully played. I have to give major props. Well played there. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned for future matchups in SPL. This is insane.